What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another Shadowlands video. Once again, we're back. We're doing more PTR testing. Wrapping up some of the Enhancement Shaman builds. Just talked about the Ascendance procking build, Deeply Rooted Elements. It's actually really surprised me. The last build I think I'm going to check out for now for Enhance is the Necrolord Covenant. Now, the Necrolord Covenant has never been super synergistic with Enhancement Shaman in general. It's been okay, but it's never like it just feels like it doesn't fit quite into the kit because the Necrolord ability, if you don't know, obviously procs makes your lightning bolt cleave. Not your chain lightning, your lightning bolt. So you send out your primordial wave and anything with flame shock on them, any targets with flame shock will have your lightning bolt cleave onto them, which is important. It means it's taking your single target spender and turning it into a different kind of AoE, which is cool. That is also substantially buffed now by the changes to Lava Lash coming in 9.2. So in 9.2, Lava Lash will now spread Flame Shock. So I'll show you really quick here. You're going to press your Flame Shock here and you're going to press Lava Lash. And now I have 3 Flame Shocks out. And I don't even have to add another Flame Shock. I can just keep spreading. I can just go boop, press it again. Now there's 4 Flame Shocks out. One of those is going to fall off, so you could add another one. The point is, Primordial Wave adds a Flame Shock to the target and also causes your next lightning bolt to cleave to everybody that has flame shock on them, right? That's what we're talking about. Number 2, you're going to take this conduit here, Tumbling Waves, and you're going to hope to get a reset on Primordial Wave, and if you do, you can cast an additional lightning bolt that will cleave again. So what you do is you run in, you press Flame Shock, you spread it, and then you Primordial Wave a target that does not have Lightning Bolt on them, or does not have Flame Shock on them. You get an additional Flame Shock. Then you press your Maelstrom Infused Lightning Bolt. It cleaves to everybody. And if you get a reset, if you get very lucky and get a reset, then you spread your Flame Shocks again for a second, build up your Maelstrom, and then cast Primordial Wave again, and then you cast Lightning Bolt again, and it will cleave the Lightning Bolts again. And if you can keep chaining this effect over and over again, it feels very, very good. If you don't get the reset on it, though, it feels very, very bad. But let's just pretend like you're going to get the reset, okay? Let's think positive for a second. On top of all of that, because of the 9.2 double legendary effect, the Necrolord legendary effect for Shaman is that each additional target hit by Primordial Wave, the Lightning Bolt after Primordial Wave, gives you 8% haste. So you're going to see my haste go from like 27 up to like almost 70, I think, when I have the Primordial Waved Lightning Bolt thing going. That's because I'm hitting, 4 targets with that extra Lightning Bolt. Now, if you're on a raid boss, you would only get 8% haste. You'd only get one of this buff once because there's only one target that's getting the additional lightning bolt cast on them. But that's okay. In AoE, you're getting a huge haste buff. So one question I had was from, I think, Max in the comments, and he was wondering, like, what if we combine Doom Winds with this setup? There's the Doom Winds legendary there. Like, what if you put your, sort of shove all of this haste into the Doom Winds window? Does it make it better? That's the question. That's the big question. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see if that works. We're gonna try to take Ascendance with Doom Winds. It feels like a lot of setup, like way too much setup here, but we're gonna try and make it work and see how it goes. So I'm gonna cast my Wolves first because the tier step bonus is gonna give us Wolves going, right? Lots of Wolves. We're gonna do Wolves first. Then we're going to spread our Flame Shock around. Then we're gonna Primordial Wave. And then we're going to Lightning Bolt to get the haste buff into our Doom Winds window with Ascendance, okay? So we're going to get the Primordial Wave haste buff going first, and then we're going to go into our Doom Winds window, okay? Here's what it kind of looks like. Fleshcraft first to get the Mastery, 120 more Mastery, okay? So we go Wolves, Flame Shock, spread it. We're going to Primordial Wave. We got a reset, here we go. We're going to cast our Lightning Bolt, which cleaves. We're going to do this. We're in our window now. We got a big haste buff. 71% haste right now. We're going to Primordial Wave again to get more haste. There, we're still going. in their Ascendance window. There we go. That was our big kind of burst combo there. And then, let me just look at the numbers really quick. So our Wind Fury attack was quite high. We got actually lucky there. We got even the one reset on Primordial Wave. You can see Lightning Bolt did 61,000 damage. I only cast it twice, but it hit 10 times. See that? So that's what you're looking for there. You only cast Lightning Bolt twice, but it hit 10 times because that's what it does. It hits everybody that has Flame Shock on them. And of course, our Lava Lash at the very beginning of that fight was spreading our Flame Shock for us, so that was really nice. So that's the idea there that you're looking for. So I'll go back to this. Oh, not this. Here we go. That's kind of the idea. That was a quick little burst. Let's do a continuous fight profile now. We're not going to have Ascendance for this, but I just want you to see what the damage looks like outside of the Ascendance Doomwinds window. But that's what you can try and do. You can try and shove all these buffs into the Doomwinds window to make it stronger. You saw that we had 70% haste there. That's without Lust. So, like, I don't know, you'd have like 100%. That's probably a bit of a diminishing returns in terms of if you have Heroism running at the same time. But you basically get a mini Lust for 10 seconds if you have like 4 targets here. And it's very easy to cleave your Flame Shocks onto multiple targets now. So because of the Flame Shock spreading from Lava Lash, you don't have to spend time building up the Flame Shocks anymore. It used to be on the live servers right now, you have to like Flame Shock somebody and then Primordial Wave another person and then Flame Shock a third person, and then you can cast your Empowered Lightning Bolt. And you're still only cleaving onto 3 targets, and it took all that time where you had to build it up, and it's like feels really bad. Now you just press Flame Shock once and spread it, and you have 3 targets already, and you can Primordial Wave a 4th target, and boom, you've got your you have 4 targets with Flame Shock ready to go for the Lightning Bolt thing. It takes like a fraction of the time to build up that buff as it used to. So let's try this one more time. I'm going to Flame Shock the back target, and then I'm going to Lava Lash to spread it. Then we're going to Primordial Wave to get the buff ready, and then we're going to go into our window. I guess I'll wait for Ascendance to come back. That's what a responsible player would do. But that's the combo. You want to Flame Shock once, spread it with Lava Lash. Primordial Wave gets you another Flame Shock, so now we have 4. Oh my gosh, I just pressed it. Oops. That's okay. That's okay. Nobody saw that. Here's the buff up here, by the way. Your next Lightning Bolt will also hit all targets affected by Flame Shock. That's the buff that you get. It's for about 10 seconds or so. So it lasts for a long time. Let's wait till that falls off. That's my mistake. You go Flame Shock, spread it with Lava Lash. Primordial Wave gets you a 4th Flame Shock. And then we go into our window. Our Doomwinds window. And we press that Lightning Bolt, because that Lightning Bolt's going to give us like 40% more haste. Or 8 times 4 is 36% more haste. Okay? That's what we're trying to do. My nose is itchy. Okay, here we go. Let's see this in action. So, Flame Shock the back target, just to get it out of the way. Wolves, Flame Shock. Spread it. Primordial Wave. Okay, we got a reset. Awesome. Here's what we're going to do. We're pressing our Lightning Bolt into our Ascendance window. Here we go. Resets, resets, resets for days. We're going to Primordial Wave again. And then cast Lightning Bolt again to get another haste buff. We have 70% haste still. We have 70% haste for the entire window of our Ascendance. Do you see that there? Pretty cool, eh? That's what that buff is doing for you. And then we just go back to our regular rotation. Our damage is going to fall off a bit here. But once we get Doomwinds back, we're going to press it again. I'll show you the Doomwinds once again. Spread with Flame Shock. Spread with Lava Lash. Always spreading. Regular rotation here. 18 seconds on our Doomwinds debuff. You can see it up here. Primordial Wave will be back for our Doomwinds, right? So here we go. We ready? Primordial Wave is back. We're gonna Sundering. Let's cast Flame. Let's get Primordial Wave out. Here we go. We're gonna Lightning Bolt for the Lust, little mini Lust, and then we're gonna go with Doomwinds. We have 71% haste again. 71% haste. There you go. That's the Doomwinds window there. and we're out of it now. Okay, let's just walk away. That was 2 casts of Doom Winds, 2 casts of Wind Fury Totem, and we had a Primordial Wave haste buff rolling for both of them. So there you go. There's the Wind Fury damage. Obviously, it's going to be our highest. If you threw something like a trinket in there as well, if you threw this faulty countermeasure trinket, the brittle, remember, it's like that brittle thing that I keep showing you guys, that would also be getting way more procs because you have more haste. So this is actually interesting. At first, I thought that this was just going to be kind of bad, not going to lie, but this is interesting. The reason that it's interesting is because you can fit a Primordial Wave buffed, like you get the haste buff from Primordial Wave. You can have that for every single Doom Winds window. And if you're doing AoE, it doesn't take long to set it up. It used to take forever. It doesn't anymore. That's what's so good about it. You Flame Shock, you Lava Lash, you Primordial Wave, and you're ready to go. You're ready for Doom Winds, right? Press the totem. Boom. We're ready. We're going. Doom Winds. 71% haste. We only got 60 for some reason. I must have messed up my Primordial Wave. Anyway, point is, you're getting it. You're getting all that haste right there. Like, Wind Fury just does 85k right there. Because we had so much extra haste, it gives you so many more chances to proc that thing, right? So that's what I'm talking about. It used to be very difficult to set this up, but it's actually easy to set it up now. It takes less time, which is important. If it took 3 or 4 seconds or 5 seconds like it used to, it's actually unplayable. But now that it only takes like 2 seconds to set up the back end of this combo, the flame shock spreading, now it's actually good. It actually ends up being better. And again, obviously lightning bolt, we cast lightning bolt once and it hit 4 targets. I should have made it hit 5. I messed that up, but this is not actually that bad. I think you could also just run it with elemental spirits if you wanted to and forget about maybe the ascendance window, but the thing is, you're buffing your haste by so much that you're going to make your Wind Fury attack amazing, and you get more wind strikes in, right? Wind strike did 4.5% of our damage. It's way up here with our melee. Just one cast of Ascendance, Wind Strike did almost 5% of our damage. And then Wind Fury attack also obviously takes care of the rest. And then the free Flame Shock damage. Look at all this Flame Shock damage you're getting for free because you're spreading it. So I don't know. I think this is actually okay. I'm not going to say it's bad. I don't think it's bad. It's actually okay. If you don't ever get a reset on Primordial Wave from your conduit, then it's a real feels bad, man. Like it feels really horrible if that's happened. So, but if you do get resets on your Primordial Wave, then you can keep extending the buff over and over and over again, right? I'll just show you. Hopefully, I'll show you if I get a proc here. We're gonna Flame Shock, spread it. Watch this, Primordial Wave. We didn't get a reset. That's tragic. But the point is, if you do get a reset, once you cast this thing, I have 71% haste. It's so fast. Like, I don't even have Wind Fury Totem down. There we go. It's just so fast. Like, you get so many procs of everything going on. So, um, I, it's like as if you were playing Venthyr and you were getting the Naya haste buff, except instead of getting the 20%, you can get up to like 36, 30, 40 some odd percent haste buff. And then you can funnel that haste buff into a Doom Winds window or into whatever. Now, one thing I will say that's cool about the Necrolord playstyle is that it is absolutely legendary agnostic. We keep saying this. It's not Covenant agnostic. Obviously, you have to play Necrolord to get the Necrolord ability, but it's legendary agnostic. You can play any of the legendaries with this, and I think it's fine. The Doomwinds one, I think, just happens to be one that has a small amount of synergy, right? There's a tiny, tiny bit of synergy here that is good. It used to fit into the fire build very well, the Primal Lava Actuators build. It used to, but now Lava Lash just spreads the Flame Shock for you, so you don't need to like get the extra spreading of a Flame Shock from Primordial Wave. Like it's good, don't get me wrong. You can cast a Flame Shock, cast Primordial Wave on some ranged guy over here, and then cast your regular Flame Shock on the group of melee enemies right in front of you, spread that Flame Shock with your Lava Lash, and then cast your Lightning Bolt, and that your cleaving Lightning Bolt will go hit that other target over there with the Lava Lash on it. So like this kind of just nestles into the fire build nicely if you want to play that style. But you can play this with Doom Winds. You can play this with the Witch Doctor Wolfbones build if you wanted to. It doesn't have any like mega synergies going on that are like obvious. It has some small synergies here and there, which means that you can essentially play it with whatever legendary you want. This is just happens to be the Doom Winds version that I'm showing you right here. But that's it, guys. In a nutshell, that's the Necrolord Enhancement Shaman. I don't think it's bad. I don't know. Call me crazy. I don't think it's actually that horrible. I like Plague Divisor Marileth. I love the mastery buff that you get. You get 6% extra damage from Kevin Zoosling all the time. You could go over here and get 12% more damage if you wanted to for 15 seconds, which is nothing too shabby. So, and obviously it's very defensive in nature. The Necrolord playstyle gets you this shield. I love Fleshcraft. It's very strong. But that is, like, in a nutshell, that's what the Necrolord will offer you. It's not this one, it's this one. This was the big one that we did. So, how long was this fight? This was a 1 minute and 35-second fight. Not super long, but another good thing about the Necrolord playstyle is that it's consistent, right? Every 45 seconds, you're gonna get this ability. Or if you get the reset, you can continuously proc the haste bonus, and you're getting like a full-blown heroism buff for like you can just keep extending it over and over again. Like heroism gives you 30% haste. This is more than that if you're hitting 4 targets. And you get it for about 10 seconds. What is it? What is the actual? It's 10 seconds. You get a better heroism for 10 seconds, and you have a chance to chain that over and over and over again. That's what you get with this. On top of that, you're obviously cleaving your lightning bolts as well, which is good. It makes lightning bolt. I cast it 3 times and it hit 14 times. Like that's a cool effect, but generally speaking, what we're interested in here is that haste buff that you're getting from the Necrolord legendary. Um, yeah, it's fine. It's not. I don't think it's as good as the other builds, but it's fine. I think it's fine, and you can play it, and I think you'd have a lot of fun with it. If you like this playstyle, go for it. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's it for the Necrolord Enhancement Shaman. Again, I think you can play it with any legendary you want. It seems to synergize maybe the most with Doom Winds. You can fit it all into the Doom Winds window and just go crazy. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one.